Chapter 6: The Cosmic Plagiarism, the Copy-Paste Technique, and the Distortion Deployed by the Demiurge. One of the most profound realizations an awakening soul can achieve is that the material universe contains no original ideas. The Demiurge is incapable of genuine, uncreated creation. He possesses no spark of original inspiration or divine imagination. In the Tripartite Tractate, his entire creative process is revealed as an act of cosmic plagiarism, a systematic copy-paste technique. He took the majestic, multidimensional blueprints of the Pleroma, which he caught a faint, subconscious glimpse of through his mother, the Logos, and dragged them down into the lower dimensions, compressing and distorting them into physical matter. This plagiarism is perfectly visible in the architectural design of astrology and numerology. In the Pleroma, numbers and geometric patterns are not abstract tools used for measurement or calculation. They are living, weightless frequencies of pure consciousness that express the infinite relationships within the Father's mind. The primary structure of the high heavens is organized into groupings like the dodecad, 12 perfect divine archetypes of light. The Demiurge copied this 12-fold blueprint to construct the signs of the zodiac, turning a realm of infinite liberty into a rigid clockwork wheel of fate designed to lock the physical world into predictable cycles of time. He took the living mathematics of spirit and turned them into the geometric bars of a cage. Similarly, the gematria system, where letters, numbers, and linguistic sounds are mathematically linked, is the literal coding language the Demiurge used to write the software of our reality. In the true spiritual realms, communication is an instantaneous, non-linear merging of consciousness, completely free from the limitations of speech. The Demiurge took these unified frequencies, broke them apart, and bound them to specific alphanumeric values and physical vocalizations. By doing so, he ensured that whenever humans speak, write, or think using language, they are unknowingly vibrating at the exact mathematical frequencies of the planetary spheres and archonic scripts, reinforcing the structural boundaries of the simulation with every word they utter. The Demiurge is a cosmic plagiarist who takes the weightless, living frequencies of the Pleroma and compresses them into rigid mathematical laws. This copy-paste technique creates a profound illusion that keeps many advanced esoteric seekers trapped. Because astrology, numerology, and sacred geometry are highly accurate and internally consistent, seekers often conclude that these systems are divine gifts from the Supreme Source. They spend lifetimes calculating charts, decoding gematria, and worshipping geometric patterns, completely unaware that they are admiring the engineering specifications of the prison house. The Demiurge's greatest trick was not creating an obviously evil world, but creating a highly sophisticated, distorted reflection of the true heavens that looks just divine enough to make the trapped soul stop searching for the real home. Chapter 7: The Sacred Anatomy of Containment, Reversing the Chakras and the 7 Archonic Locks. To secure the human soul within the physical simulation, the Demiurge and his archons had to design a highly sophisticated energetic interface. They could not simply cage the uncreated spirit, for its natural frequency is far too light and expansive to be bound by physical walls. Instead, they engineered an intricate metaphysical anatomy within the human energetic container, a series of localized vortexes known as the chakras. While modern New Age movements celebrate these energy centers as keys to spiritual enlightenment, Gnostic clarity reveals them in their original, structural context. They are the 7 Archonic Locks, designed to tether the boundless spark of the Pleroma to the heavy mechanics of the physical matrix. Each of the 7 primary chakras corresponds directly to one of the 7 planetary rulers of the Hebdomad, the archons who govern the cosmic spheres under the Demiurge. These centers function as energetic step-down transformers. They take the high-frequency, non-linear light of the true divine spirit and systematically compress, slow down, and distort it until it is dense enough to power the biological machinery of the physical body. By separating the unified spiritual force into 7 distinct localized frequencies, the archons introduce division, friction, and vulnerability directly into the human experience. Each center is programmed with a specific matrix script designed to extract energy through emotional reactivity. The root lock, Saturn or Kronos, traps the soul's primal energy in scripts of survival, fear, scarcity, and linear time. The sacral lock, Jupiter or Zeus, redirects creative, generative power into loops of sexual dependency, emotional drama, and social reproduction. The solar plexus lock, Mars Aries, binds the individual's will to the matrix, feeding on anger, competition, dominance, and the struggle for personal power. The heart lock, Venus Aphrodite, distorts the weightless, unconditional unity of the pleroma into conditional attachments, romantic dependency, grief, and emotional vulnerability. The throat lock, Mercury Hermes, limits communication to linear language, vocal codes, and the rigid mathematical structures of the gematria system. The brow lock, Moon Selene, filters spiritual sight through the psychic ego, creating illusions, astral deception, and false visions that keep seekers chasing reflections within the matrix. The crown lock, Sun Helios, acts as the primary ceiling of the matrix, masquerading as ultimate spiritual realization, while actually serving as the final boundary gate controlled by the demiurge. This energetic layout ensures that as long as an individual seeks spiritual growth by merely balancing or activating their chakras, they are simply optimizing the internal wiring of their prison cell. The archons feast upon the emotional and psychic energy, the louche, generated when these centers are thrown into states of imbalance, anxiety, or hyperstimulation. True liberation does not come from worshiping or expanding these structural locks, but from recognizing their artificial administrative function. By anchoring consciousness beneath the psychic ego and straight into the uncreated, indivisible spark of the monad, the seeker begins the process of bypassing the planetary step-down grid entirely, rendering the 7 archonic locks completely obsolete.